My name is Celeste and I saw Dr. Garg because I had a lot of pain in my low back. And I met him at the job that I had before I retired. And he was working with the people that I worked for. And he was doing stem cells back in 2017. Maybe it was 2016, but it's around that time. And I had a severe low back issue where I was having a hard time to walk. And they suggested that I do stem cell. And I'm like, okay, so I did my own little research and I made an appointment. And Dr. Garg did the stem cell. And it's been 8 years. So, well, I've got grandchildren. So I get to play with my grandkids. And it's given me leeway to be able to do the things that I enjoy. I'm a gardener. I enjoy hiking. That was kind of interfering. It was mostly sitting, so I was just really glad that I could sit down again. I was tired of standing and reading a book while I was standing and doing everything while I was standing. So it gave me the opportunity to sit, and that's been really nice. When you come into Dr. Garg's office, you sit down, you check in, you sit down, and you're not sitting here for 20, 30 minutes. Usually within a very short time, probably within 5-10 minutes, you get called in, you sit in, and Dr. Garg gets into my office, into the office that I'm in a very short time. He sits down, and then if he has a question that he needs to go call somebody or do something, he says, sit right there, I'll be right back. And he does. He comes right back and he says, hang on, I'm waiting for a call back. They'll be right there. He says, you wait. They charge too much. I'm not going to let them do that. So he goes back and he waits for a call. He says, I got it. And I says, yay. So as far as speedy, they get me in the office really fast. Dr. Garg doesn't leave me sitting there forever. He always checks in. And if he doesn't have an answer right away, he checks in and then comes back. So I can't complain about the speed that Dr. Garg works. My little own Tasmanian devil. Dr. Garg has a unique personality. I call him my own personal Tasmanian devil because he's busy. He goes and goes and goes and goes, and he's just, you have to follow him because he's so intelligent. Freaks me out. He's so smart, and I know he knows what he's doing because he can look at things 1 minute and know exactly what's going on. He knows how to make me move. He's just so into knowing what I have a fear of, and he calms my fears. And he goes, trust me, I got this, I got this. And I'm like, I do, I trust him. I've done this twice with him now, and I have a third procedure coming up. Completely trust him. Back in 2017, I had the low back issue and I was going to get stem cells. It was quite costly, so I had to talk with my husband, and we both agreed that that is definitely a better option than surgery. And it was scary because I was going into the unknown. And Dr. Garg reassured me. Of course, he was still new to me, so I didn't quite know, do I trust him, do I not? But I did trust the people I worked with, and they were all about this. And so I'm like, okay, I'm trusting the people who are in the field of stem cells at that time. And so I had it done. The first 2 weeks, no, it was painful. And after 2 weeks, maybe it was 10 days to 2 weeks, it went back to where it was prior to the injection. And it was doable. I could take care of myself. I was able to take over-the-counter medications, and so I was keeping it at bay. Again, I was standing all the time. And then all of a sudden, I took a trip to go visit my son's wife. My son's in the military. And I went to the East Coast. She was expecting their baby. And I was going to help. And all of a sudden, I'm walking up her stairs because she's in an apartment. And I'm like, I don't have any pain. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool. Pay attention to that. And from that moment on, took about 6 to 7 months. It was continual improvement, and that continued to improve over years. And it's now been 7 years. And that particular issue has not come back. And I had a second issue with the shoulder. This time I was prepared. I understood that was not going to feel good. And so I prepared for it. And now the numbing that I had going down my arm, the tingling in my hand, that's gone. And I'm expecting a third one that is in a different area. Pretty soon I think you should just do the whole body. Give me the IV. I have told Dr. Garg's name to 1 million people. So it doesn't even matter if somebody would ask about back pain. It's just a no-brainer for me. It's just like, oh, well, you want to go see Dr. Garg. If, sometimes he's a little far for the people that I talk to because they're in pain, they don't drive long. But he, I think maybe 2 people have already come here. One was our painter. He painted our house and stuff. So he had stem cell done, I think, but he got better. And so I'm assuming he came, but I give his name everywhere. Dr. Garg needs to be a member of my family because stem cells are not covered through insurance, so it's always going to be out of pocket. And this is why he's being so good to me and trying to get things, because I'm on Medicare now and the income has dropped a little bit. But he can be my brother anytime. I just like him. I just like him. I like who he is. I like his character. I trust him. He's so cordial to me. He treats me well. And when my husband usually comes with me, he goes, he likes you. I said, that's because I like him. I says, and I trust him. And if he told me I needed to do something, I would probably do it just because he said it. So he can't steer me wrong. But yeah, he's competent, he's knowledgeable, I don't even know how to say it, I just like him. He's a good man. And so that makes him a good doctor. I don't even know how to say it, I just like him. He's a good man. And so that makes him a good doctor.